This is a very short video. I want to just thank you for tuning in again for passive income and business finance. You can now see what has just happened to a bank in California, and it was not just the only bank. I said in this channel, and I've said it before, that banks don't have any vote that they keep money. Banks don't have vote that they keep money. Banks use other people's money to make money. Banks don't have any of their money to use. So when you go to the bank and you have a checking account, that checking account, like I said, checking account only help people to pay their bills or their rent for those who are doing EFT. Okay? Checking account is not there because it's going to make you money. It's also there because maybe your employer want to pay money into that checking account. Outside of those few things, checking account is actually working for the bank, not for you, the customer. Because the money that you put in a checking account, the bank uses it to borrow the money to other people and make a high interest rate on your own money. So when people go to the bank and collect all their money, the bank have no option but to collapse. And the irony about this is that even the same bank that people put their money in, those banks, they use other options to invest. Banks actually use insurance companies to invest their money. That is why some of you, sometimes you receive letters that are sent to your mailbox and it shows the name of an insurance company, but your bank is attached to it. What does that tell you? The insurance company is smart. They understand the principle of partnership. The insurance company understands that the bank has hundreds of thousands of members, and those members believe in that bank. And so that is called warm marketing. That is called warm market. So by the warm marketing strategy, that bank will be able to sell some of their members to that insurance company, because it is not because of the insurance company, it is because they trust their bank. Some people even think it is their bank that is sending out letters to them. I see that sometimes, I would think maybe it's the bank. When I open it, I discover, oh, it's an insurance company. But people who don't understand these dynamics, easily they will sign up thinking that it's the bank. No, the bank will make commission out of that insurance company, because bank themselves also, they invest with insurance company. The reason is because FDIC, Federal Department of Insurance Commission, will only insure up to $250,000 if a bank collapse, if people lost money and the economy collapse. But remember, FDIC is a federal government. The federal government can still decide not to do anything. So people, if they lost their money in the bank, there's still no guarantee that they're going to get their money back, because what if the federal government also say they can't afford to give back the $250,000 which they promised? So what is the option left for us now? We should look for other options to invest our money. We should also play smart, like what the bank is doing. Instead of the bank using us or using you, we say that be your own bank. See, I wrote this book, I think, 2011, and the subtitle on this book was Be Your Own Bank. The idea there is to show people how to invest in an IUL. It's called Index Universal Life. Index Universal Life. This is information you can Google, you can check, you can go back and forth. But for what I understand, sometimes you need somebody, an expert, a professional, to take your hand through the process. Because sometimes when people try to be smart, also by going online and try to do things without asking for professional advice, they might end up falling in a ditch. See, it's good for you. You can go out there and search on what it means to IUL, but there are things that you will not know about the nitty-gritty of it all, because even the insurance company, the way they market those products is not the same way we do it. Okay? To say this, I'm telling us that there's a product out there that works for a lot of people. Last time we talked about chronic illness, people making money because they had chronic illness for money that it was supposed to bury them. All right? So today, I want to zero in on college fund. I want to talk a little bit on college funding, because the 529 that most parents have been told, when you go to the Bank of America or some of these banks, the teller will tell you, oh, invest with your children for college, open a 529, because some people are financially illiterate, Okay, they don't have the financial literacy. They jump into it, and which I don't blame you, because we were all like that before. I know that this lady, for example, she had money in saving account. When she met me and I talked to her, then that she realized that the scale fell off, the bob, shine, and then the scale fell off. And she ran to that same bank and said, you know what? I found a man who just told me where I need to put my money. The bank tried to talk her out. She said, no, 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 I need my money. And good enough, she was able to get the money out. Why is it that the bank don't want to release the money? Because the bank need the money to make money. See, if everybody goes to that lady to collect their money, I'm telling you, this is something that happened in 2010. The bank that just collapsed a couple of weeks ago. Okay? They did something that happened in 2010. She went to the bank to collect the money, and the bank didn't want to give her the money. They were telling her all kind of different stories. Oh, don't worry about it. Just leave the money and all that. Because they know that money sitting there is making money for their bank. If everybody comes to that lady and start collecting their money like that, that bank is going to go out. They're going to lose money. Okay? So, college fund, if you put money in the 529, there are restrictions and rules people don't even know. Number one, that money falls under the category of what we call open investments. Open investments are investments that anybody can get access to it. You don't want that. You want to put your money in what we call covered investment that are covered. There's a lot of advantage on that one. Maybe we'll do another video on covered investment, the advantage. The open investment, those are investments that people can get access to it. They can see your money. They can know how much you got. You need to declare all those things because they can actually see it. 529 is part of it. I'll give you an example. Two parents went to their school, to a university, to apply for financial aid for their children. Okay, they were all sitting there in the financial aid office. They were all given a form to fill. The form was filled by both parents. One was a white guy and the other one was a black guy. And at the end of the day, the financial aid was going to make the decision based on what was filled in that application. But guess what? On that application, one of the questions they did not ask on that application was investment under insurance. But on that application, one of the things they asked them was 529. You see the difference? So he put, I think it was $40,000 he put on 529 for the child or something. And that right there, when the result came out, the other guy who was more richer than the black guy, who has more money than the black guy, was approved. And the black guy would not understand the dynamics, thought it was racism. He was mad. He was mad. He was a shout. He said it was racism. Brother, it was not racism. Because they were basing on what they see on the application. You put a 529, you list all that stuff, so that reduces you to the level that you were approved at, and you were mad. It is not racism, it is lack of knowledge. It's lack of knowledge, okay? So, 529 is part of those open investment. If you put your children in 529, there are rules and restrictions. Number one, that child have to go to college. Number two, that money cannot be transferred to another child. Number three, you need to understand that if the child does not want to go to college, I want to do something else. If the child wants to go to another part of the continent, that money is stuck there till further notice. Okay? So, and number four, so, like I said, financial aid or approval for other loans or some grants can be affected by that 529 somehow. Because they'll look into that income or look into that account to see how much money is there already. But if you invest now using what I call the RUL, investment grade life insurance that you don't have to die to use. When people hear of it, they're talking about, they think of making money tax-free. With that, you still get a financial aid or the grant, and that money will still be there. So, this is tax season. A lot of parents are filing taxes right now, and most of the money they're making from the tax money is coming from their children. This is a time to be smart. Take that money, I repeat, Take that money that your children have been doing for income tax return, pay into this IUL for 1 year, and then wait again next year when you file another tax again. If you do that for the next 10, 15 years, you can leave it there and it will be on cruise control. Okay? Your child will still be able to qualify for financial aid, get grants and all that stuff, and that money will still be there. And you being the owner, or you being the owner of it, you are able to get access to that money. Which for the 529 is not really. Alright, so without said, tax season is coming. For those of you who have filed taxes, please use the money. If you have not started investing on that covered investment, you might have a 529. I'm talking about covered investment. I'm talking about covered investment. Your 529, you're putting money into your children education fund. It's not covered. There's still a lot of benefit your child is going to get on an IUL. So again, use that money for tax that you just file for your children, the income return, and put some of that money. If it's $100 a month, multiply that. If it's $50, multiply that for the whole year. Pay the whole year. Why? Because when you give the investor money for the whole year, it generates more money for you, because now the money goes to work in a lump sum. All right, you can reach back to us. You can send me a message. You can check this book. You can check this book also on Amazon. Read and educate yourself. The reason why I wrote this book, one of the reasons was because a lot of people, you spend 2 hours with them, educating them on very important things that have changed the life of great folks, and they'll take their 2 hours and put in the trash, in the sense that they do nothing about information. Okay, so to show how serious people are, they need to learn how to read informations. Most of the great information are hidden inside papers of books. That's how I've learned some things, especially when it comes to mortgage and strategies. Read a book. Read a book. The guys will reveal the things that are in there that many people don't want to check it out. So again, may the Lord keep you and bless you today, and may you have a happy, wonderful week. Also, share the video to parents. If you know other parents, share this video to other parents. It might help a family, because life is no guarantee for nobody. Anybody can die. Okay? Children can still go through disease and chronic issues. It's better to be safe than sorry. Thank you for watching. Again, subscribe to the channel, share the video, share it with other family, friends who have children, and also, if you have questions, reach back to us. Okay? We have so much nuggets that cannot be done in 15 minutes. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.